You're listening to Frequency Unknown, the transmission they can't cut. What you're about to hear isn't for everyone. If you're still asleep, turn back now. For everyone else, let's raise the frequency.
Check it, I'm aiming way out of the ballpark. Mama, I know this a long shot. I knew I would shine like a ball spot. I'm waking them up like alarm clocks. My pen is like baby in Walmart. New level I'm on has been unlocked. You know I ain't never been all talk. I'm putting in work and it's non-stop.
I don't know what it is. The frequency is unknown.
This shit don't get more perfect.
It
It's
don't
like,
though, yo. I swear.
I be looking forward to coming right here, bro.
Facts. Hell yeah. Shoot, I wonder when they gonna let us watch the Oliver Tree documentary.
Oh, so there's a documentary coming out?
Yeah, so the whole reason he went to Antarctica, or when he went to Antarctica, he was filming a documentary the whole time.
Yeah.
So he riding past.
For what?
like-
What was the documentary about? Like, what was his intent?
All right, so I didn't watch too much on him, but his whole thing was like becoming or being an explorer. With him being an explorer, his whole thing was like exploring the cultures and lands that's least traversed. You get what I'm saying? To make you that much more of an explorer.
Like, for his own fun.
For sure.
Just as a human, you want to explore, you know? It's like
Right,
your basic
yo.
human nature.
Right, especially as a man. I mean, I'm not saying exploring is a masculine thing, which it may be, but
I mean, I feel like it's even in our evolution, right? Like, men had to go out, hunt, explore.
Exactly.
And women stayed at home.
Right.
It's kind of in our evolutionary DNA.
Exactly.
All right, so Oliver Tree, he an explorer. He making a documentary.
Yeah.
And where is this documentary taking place? Antarctica?
Yes. The documentary, he's in Antarctica during the documentary.
They say he climbed the ice
he
wall.
climbed the ice
Nah,
wall.
that's why he gone.
Yep. RP, yo, which I'ma go like actually listen to his music, because you said something about his music being used for torture.
Yeah, he said the U.S. government was using his music for torture.
Did you listen to any of his music?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh,
but
okay.
I heard like some stuff from back in the day. Goofy, natural, him being
Okay.
himself, but melodic. It was kind of cool. So it was kind of like ugly, but sounded good.
Right. Well, he said he wrote Poker Face for Lady Gaga, which kind of like match his image. So I'm like, okay, if I heard Poker Face, I kind of know his music. When you pay attention, when you look up his history, it's like maybe he did know what he was doing, because his great granddad is Joshua Tree. like Joshua Tree, California.
I've been out there.
Okay, yeah, right. I'm about to say, I'm sure you've heard of that at least. So
I mean, everyone knows Joshua Tree. I didn't know it was named after someone called Joshua Tree.
Yep.
And his name is Oliver Tree.
His name is Oliver Tree. He said he came up with the name Oliver Tree because his granddad was Joshua Tree, and
Damn, okay.
so Joshua Tree founded Joshua Tree, the area. He owns like all of the wind turbines.
Like, when you live in LA, you go to Joshua Tree for like a weekend away
Yeah.
from the city. People go out there and trip and shit with their friends.
So his granddad owns Joshua Tree, the land.
Okay.
So now that gives him one, kind of explain the exploration aspect of him.
Look it up right now, bro. One of the James Franco clips.
Which I don't know why James Franco acting like this is new to him.
Because
That's it. That's my garage. It's normally where I paint. I was going out there. It was night. I was gonna do night painting. And I go inside. And before I even turned the light on, I heard something, and I thought it was an animal or something like that. And it wasn't. It was not. It was not a raccoon, a squirrel. It was not a possum. No. I saw hand. I saw eyes. I saw glowing eyes and hand. I don't know how many fingers, but
Glowing
hand
eyes.
and speaking. I don't know, something coming out of Same thing. Hand. That was it. I ran. I've not gone back in there. But I'm gonna go. I am gonna go, and I'm gonna show you. So they don't think I'm making it up. I'm gonna show you. But that's why I'm making these videos.
And look, and you see what this is?
That's it.
James
That's my
Franco
garage.
2319. Like, bro, he keep going.
Losing his marbles.
He posted. But this, what's interesting is it says James Franco 2319. That's his new thing. So in Monsters Inc. So that was like an emergency code word.
Mm.
You know, so that's a connection that people are making. Like, yo, that's kind of crazy.
That
like, why
is
2319? So they fill up the tanks.
That hoard the energy, the loosh, the adrenochrome that the kids give off in a state of fear. And that is what they drink or eat or use to like get them high, which is the same thing that's in Dr. Sleep with the like vampire type people. They kidnap kids or capture kids all over the world and scare them, torture them before they kill them to build up the maximum amount of fear. And then they trap it into a bottle and drink it. And it's what keep them able to last in like a physical form here in our dimension. So now the question is, why is James Franco acting like this? Or what is he trying to say to us? Is it the real James Franco, like coming out with an urgent message? Or is it clone James Franco or possessed James Franco?
So the thing is, yeah.
Pushing along the narrative. It's a narrative. First of all, I think it's a narrative, but that makes sense. That makes sense because one, he look old. When you look at the clones kind of look new. Like you can tell where they're clones because they look like new people. But he look old. It looked like the original James Franco. They look like there's a look of like concern and fear on his face.
Real.
So, like
This
that's
shit
real.
real.
Right. So I'm thinking it's real, which if that's the case, then you just pay attention. And then he won't be real for too much longer.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is we gonna give the prediction right here. All these videos going viral, he's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a month or so, he gonna be
back to normal and
no white hair.
Yep.
Like skin glowing.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And obedient.
Yep, exactly. And obedient. Obedient is what they want. That's what people are being cloned for. Like
the money, power, status, all good, but when you selling your soul for it, eventually you're gonna crack.
Yeah, because how much power do you really have if you're selling your soul to get some money? You're just an employee, which goes back to like we were saying about Oliver Tree. He basically was working for the record label, which is why all of your favorite rappers, all of your basketball players, and all of the superstars, they broke. Because when they sign these deals to these companies, they owe money. Once you sign and you get a $10 million bonus or $5 million bonus, signing bonus, you owe $5 million back plus more. They're not gonna give you $5 million and then you up and they're down $5 million. No, now you work for them and you gonna get hold out until you at least make them their money back plus whatever the agreement is. And so when you see these rappers and you see these superstars and they go on tour because they have to. They owe money back to the record company. Very interesting thing that I found out about Oliver Tree was that he was making $73 million a month. He was making $73 million, but it goes to the company, the record label, which the owners of the record label, the owners of these companies, which are family and have ties to the elite, are choosing to dive into these specific industries, Hollywood, TV, Disney, the food, music, because it's all stuff that we're putting into our body.
Porn.
All
the porn companies.
For sure.
There's one porn company that owns all the porn companies.
See? Of the record labels and all of the different industries and them being owned by the same 13 companies or however many companies.
That's an interesting number you
Right
gave.
though, right though. That's still owned by the same people pushing the same narrative. Oliver Tree was scammed of $864 million in a year by Madoff, the Madoff guy who went down for a known scam. And it's like, okay, that's just one person. So like you said, you ask who money is it? It's his, but the money's going to the companies. And now you have, imagine how many basketball players, how many, the NBA, the NFL, the WWE, soccer, everything is producing this much money. The players are only getting a little percentage of it, and then the other 90% goes to the company that's owned by another company, owned by another company, owned by another company, which goes back to the same 13 companies, which fund the narrative that we're pushing. So for real, if we want to sweep the legs from under them, we got to stop watching basketball. We got to stop watching Hollywood, TV, everything, because we're not supporting the players, we're supporting the owners. And we have to understand that the players aren't owners. Everybody always asks, oh, why are they making so much money? Why don't they talk about George Floyd? Or why don't they talk about black problems, or whatever the issue is that people want them to speak out on? Is like when you wear a company shirt, you can't smoke cigarettes. They can't talk about public or politics with a company uniform on, with that jersey on. As long as they play for a team, as long as they have a job, they can't talk about what y'all want them to talk about. They're not their own people.
So is this why they killed Oliver Tree?
That's one of the small reasons why they killed Oliver Tree. And it's just sick because not only did they milk him before they killed him, they killed him once he broke out of the loop. Okay, y'all can have the money. Okay, I'm beat. You know, once you sign a contract, okay. Which, like I said, if his granddad is Joshua Tree, and they were involved with the Kennedys, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, gift of the Statue of Liberty to America, then he's not clueless. You know, like he's not unaware to how things operate and how to move. So maybe someone pushed him to sign the contracts that end up with him losing all his money. Maybe not. Maybe he just won't that smart. But he said he did drugs. So, I mean, maybe that caused it. He gambled. He did drugs. But I still respect him for the documentary on Antarctica, because ain't nobody else did it. He said he climbed the wall.
And what did he say he saw?
He said he seen alien bases. He's on a boat and he like going past glaciers, what they would just look like straight glaciers to us. And he's pointing out the alien bases, which it looked like I said, it looked like a regular piece of ice, like a regular glacier, but it looked like they have like ice windows on them. I want to see if they're going to release the documentary, which if they didn't release it when he made it, then you know they doing their little edits before they give it to us. But I'm excited to see his documentary because nobody else had the balls or...
But they're not going to show us nothing in that documentary. They show us what they want to show.
What they want to show
us.
us. And it's just going to be normal ice and water and just floating around. It's crazy because...
So why did they kill Oliver Tree?
Obviously because he knew too much. They killed Oliver Tree because he knew too much. Not only was he connected and had some backstory, which he don't talk about or really go into.
But you broke all that down for us.
Right. But he also went into that unknown land. And not only will what he's seen, because like I said, he seemed like he wasn't really like a big conspiracy theorist, but not only did he see what he see and documented what he's seen, it will spark the interest of more people to go see what he's seen or visit the places he visited. And they don't want nobody getting no bright ideas. When everybody was saying that they were gonna storm Area 51 and it was all good. Nobody said nothing about it. It was just word on the street. But as soon as it got close to that date of people supposed to be storming Area 51, the government went on the news and said, hey, just to let y'all know, it's cute, but if y'all get any funny ideas of storming Area 51, we gonna kill you. And that just shut everything down off the rip. Everybody went to, oh, we just playing, which we need to put the pressure on them. We need to stop falling for the threats and stop being scared. That's what everything's about. Is as long as they can scare you, you can fall into place. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid of death. You can't be afraid of truth. You can't be afraid of life neither.
So
us funding these big industries with our energy, cheering for the teams and getting upset at the Super Bowl when they're all just energy rituals, energy like incantations when we come together and put our energy and focus and emotions into something that doesn't matter, and we can throw off the anger that's in the stadiums when people start fighting when your team lose, to the sadness when your team lose, to the fake sense of accomplishment when your team win. Who gives a fuck when your team win? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really don't help. And then that's why they putting the gambling thing into it, because it's all a money play. It's all a skit. It's all a script for a money play. And the money is coming from us, and it's funding our own demise. It's funding our own trip to fucking torture, like to a personal hell, like throughout our life. When our superstars get money and then, you know, they don't work, they take their company shirt off, and now they try to do these things to help because now they've awakened and seen a lot of different things. They get killed. You get Bill Cosby for trying to start a TV station. You get Prince for trying to start the record label. Kobe, when you try to start your own NBA league for the players to make the money off of playing for a team and filling stadiums. The money is not going to them. It goes to the owners, and they call owners for a reason, because they own it all. So we gotta take a step back and look into what we're putting our focus and putting our energy into, and what gets us riled up.
currently, the World Cup, everyone going crazy.
The World Cup, which is Brazilian, like fortune teller, whatever they call, said the aliens are coming on July 24th in Miami. The first Miami visit at the mall, the first alien invasion at Miami Mall was just the landing. That was for them to set up shop. And then they're supposed to be taken, according to the Brazilian fortune teller, that July 24th at the soccer game, the alien's supposed to be showing up.
I mean, bro, it makes sense. Release the UFO files, drop a whole bunch of alien movies. Right now, when I go to Netflix, there's a whole sci-fi section, every movie an alien movie. Disclosure Day just dropped, so all this lined up. World Cup, everybody's watching. The whole world is watching.
The whole world is watching. They need
now,
everybody.
This is a great time to...
Perfect
This
time.
is the red carpet.
It is. Shoot, the red carpet, you know why they call the red carpet? Because it symbolizes the trail of blood that they drink and use. All of the events, and like if you look at the Met Gala, everybody went dressed up as some type of demon. Like, it's all rituals and like energy incantations.
They said something too, like what the World Cup intro itself was a...
Yes. They said that was a ritual. The whole thing was a ritual, which, you know, it's been plenty of times, halftime shows and just regular performances with people who've morphed on stage, glitched on stage, and transformed on stage or in the middle of performing. And it's not unusual that you get to partake in a spiritual ritual, a demonic ritual.
So what would you say is the biggest halftime show in any sport?
Oh, Super Bowl halftime.
And who run the Super Bowl halftime show? Specifically, that's his job.
I'm not sure.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z's in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show. That's usually will be the biggest
Jay-Z
of them all.
Jay-Z is a sellout, because, well, of course, he already sold out. So Jay-Z is the new number one for, let's call it like the black Illuminati, the black people that they get to join the Satan groups. The Jay-Z is the head of that. It used to be Diddy. But Jay-Z wanted Diddy's spot the whole time, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z basically backdoored Diddy and let Diddy this happen so that he can step into being the number one. Because once it's a black guy named something, I think Quincy something. He was the original older black guy that got all of the black people into the Illuminati. He just died recently, like a few months ago, right before Diddy got locked up. Mm-hmm. He was who was protecting Diddy in the whole freak shows and everything Diddy had going on. Diddy was actually kind of so powerful that he could do whatever he wanted. And the video is all about leverage. Leverage is the number one asset. Not a thing because somebody else got that same thing, but certain leverage that only you have on someone that's a billionaire or on someone that's a government politician or something like that is worth their whole pocket. So you can have a accumulation of pockets of people because you got a tape for you, you're a billionaire, I got a tape for you, you're a multi-millionaire, got a tape for you, you're
and that's what
100 millionaire.
That's what Epstein was doing, right?
Exactly. Epstein was doing the same thing. Yeah, see, Epstein was mainly for the kids though. Diddy was for the black hip hop people, which is why he had Making a Band.
Oh
yeah, that was all just milking the young black people, like, which is what their whole game plan is. That's the whole strategy. So we gotta stop signing up for it. Once again, focus on what your goal even is. Like, we need to pay attention to what it is you even going after, because everything that's shiny ain't fucking good.
I think it's a noble pursuit when you're young to want to be an athlete or a movie star. The path that gets you there is not what you signed up for, what you think you're signing up for. Did you ever watch the movie Him?
Yeah, I did see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
I think the movie Him is about LeBron James. Because
for sure.
I'm a LeBron fan. LeBron James is equivalent to the football player who's been in the league for 20 plus years, the GOAT for 20 years.
Right.
But now he needs to pass the torch.
Right.
And when he passed the torch, that's when he got to go through the fucking rituals.
The rituals, yeah.
Right? He go through the fucking rituals, drink the blood. You don't play at this level through cryotherapy and Pilates.
You have to allow your body as a vessel. So the trade-off is, yeah, you'll get to be the best basketball player, the best musician, the best football player, but on your downtime, your body is used for other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's you allowing to become a passenger in your own vessel.
And so in the movie too, he's got to pass the torch. He don't like that, right? But you got to pass the torch. What's funny is there's a whole debate going on in the NBA. It's like, who's the next face of the NBA? Right. And they haven't decided that yet, right? And they say, your Aunt Edwards, you gonna be the face of the NBA. He's like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I don't want to be the face of the NBA. Is he like, I don't want what comes with that.
Facts.
And that's when you got to get invited to the fucking parties. The biggest psyop of humanity is the fear of death. That's been programmed into each and every one of us since an early age.
Tackling fears. And I feel like death is the number one, because like you said, it makes you, decides how you're gonna move throughout your whole life. It decides the decisions you make. So it's like the precursor to how you live, which you have to get over the fear of death. The way they sold us on it is with the funeral. The caskets get sold. It's once again a ritual. Everybody come in black, and it's a ritual of grief and sadness. you lay the body out in front of the family and close friends to intensify the grief and trauma that will be held on in the future, because now after the funeral, after the ritual, as you think about your loved one, it's in the future after they pass, you go back to the funeral, and the goal is for it to be so traumatizing that it takes over all of the old memories that you have of the individual, of your loved one. So, which, if we are the same person, we really shouldn't be too sad about people dying, because everybody's just revisiting. And once you get that, then that kind of like is the first step to getting over the fear of death, because it's like it's an endless cycle. You can't die. We are endless. You just don't want to be endless here and torture forever. We want our endless to be in paradise, an endless paradise. So the funeral, in the Bible, Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. And so I feel like the whole funeral ritual at the end of somebody passing needs to be done away with, because they selling you a casket that you already most likely don't have money for, on top of being sad. They selling you a event filled with sadness with your dead loved one displayed at the front. Then they tell you they're gonna bury him. They sell you a plot of land. Is like infinite land, because when have you ever seen a funeral home buy more land? Or expand their land? Your local funeral home that everybody know, because they burying the same people in the radius as long as they exist, have never expanded their land of where their location is. If you know how many people die, if we were burying so many people, then we would need to be buying new land for new space for new bodies. But that's not what happened.
So what's happening to the bodies?
They take the body and they feed it back to you. They take the bodies and sell them to companies like McDonald's, bro. The fast food, like, they all owned by the same people. The funeral homes, the food industry, the entertainment, the meds, the school, everybody is the same organization calling the plays that make us grief and give off energy and put money in their pocket at the same time. And the food that they feed us helps keep us from realizing, hey, somebody's stealing out my pocket, because the food they feed us keep your frequency low. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you down so that you can't even think straight. The brain is not in your head. Your brain is in your gut. So if they attack the gut, then they automatically control your brain, because your brain is controlled from your gut. The brain fog that everybody's feeling, the tiredness, the cloudiness is from the gut. It's not from the brain. The brain getting it from the gut, because we have parasites, which the parasites in itself is the demon. The demons are the parasites, just like Spider-Man with Venom, the black ick, the black gook is the first like presence of the demon, and then it just take over person by person, and now it's here. But it starts with the black gook, which I think is in Prometheus, which talks about, I don't know, aliens or the, yeah,
it's an alien
movie,
right? Outer space movie.
Yep. And it's the black gook is the virus. That is the virus, and it comes in many forms. And once we allow it one way, then it makes us weaker to allow it another way, which the parasites in our stomach just opening the door for the parasites in the music, and the parasites in the music just opening the door for the parasites through the TV, and the parasites through the TV just opening the door for what we do and how the energy we give off and interact with one another. So we all just mirroring back to each other the same shit that they're feeding to us, which is your loved ones.
And even random things will pop up like crumble cookie.
1,000 calories in a cookie?
Yes, bro.
That is crazy.
And so that's the white psyop, right? So that's how they're getting the white people. But the black psyop right now is, you seen the pineapple dipped in the Kool-Aid?
Yes.
That's a psyop. That's a CIA operation.
Yes. Yo, that's funny as hell.
Think about where that shit come from.
That is crazy for it to be at that level, because I wouldn't disagree, because I feel like Kool-Aid and oodles and noodles in itself is a black psyop. Is an attack on poor people. They not gonna have nothing to eat or nothing to drink. They gonna go straight to this, and once you get hooked on it, now you're stuck, because the parasites only crave more of what allowed it to come in anyway, because if it don't come in, if you cut what allowed it to come in, then they die.
There was the movie about the guy who ate Supersize Me. He ate McDonald's every day for 30 days or something.
Yeah.
And he said he would crave it more. Like, he wanted McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I feel like the parasites, if it's in your stomach and that's your brain, they're actually programming you to crave that thing that keeps them alive.
100%.
So it's not even you that wants it,
I don't know what it is. The frequency is unknown.